Beat Making Basics.
All right, so in this lecture, what we're going to do is cover how to actually create the Roadrunner and a tap dancer. Okay, we already know how to do basic drum patterns. Okay, that's just doing it on the within the 4/4 time. So creating beats within 4/4 time that's the basic. Okay, so again, Roadrunner and tap dancer uses triplets. Okay, now let's talk about the Roadrunner first off. Usually the Roadrunner, okay, works as a eighth note, okay? The only difference is that eighth note is sped up. So let's jump into it. How you're gonna do this is you're gonna make some syncopated hi-hats, the length of an eighth note, and that's how you create your Roadrunner. I'm gonna zoom in some more here. Okay. It's the first part of it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start small. We're gonna start right here. And put three notes in that eighth note section. Okay. Just to visually show you what I'm talking about here. This is the length of an eighth note. I'm gonna start with putting 3 little bitty notes. These are probably like 1/32 notes within this 8 note section. Okay. I'm gonna highlight it. And this is where we're gonna use some of these other metrics, the triplet metrics. Okay. Now, again, when it comes to quantization, the lower the number, the more basic the pattern that you need to quantize. The higher the number, or we can also say resolution, the more intricate the pattern we need to quantize. So right now we're only working with these 3 notes, so we need to go up to like 12. And as you can see there, that was the wrong way. So we're going to go up higher. Boom, 24. That worked. So in order to get that, see, now let's check this out. That kind of sounded like the Roadrunner, but it's still not quite there yet. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to extend this out some, or actually double it. Put that dead center in like that. And we can quantize that again. As you can see, the more notes you add, the higher the resolution. So we're going to go up to 48. Bam. You saw how that shifted? So it set everything in place as a triplet. Now let's listen. Okay. Roadrunner. See how simple that was to create? Now, if you wanted to make it even more, detailed, you can put that dead center like that again. And guess what? Yeah, you need to take the resolution up a notch. All right. And I don't know why that disappeared, but evidently that thing was off. So let's do this again. There we go. So based on how detailed you want that Roadrunner to be is based on how many notes you add. And this is essentially all you're doing. See, if I wanted to take it and make it even more difficult, or not difficult, but complex, I would shorten the note. And by this time, this is probably like 1/28, 1/28th note. But you get what I'm saying here. And we would take it up. I don't know why, for whatever reason, this one's off, but boom. All right, now that's something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to the tap dancer is just like the Roadrunner, but it's slowed down over a longer extended piece of music. Okay. So instead of being extended over, say, an eighth note, the tap dance sequence is extended, say, over the course of a half note or even a quarter note with less notes. So check this out. I'm going to mute those and we're going to start the sequence again. And you're working in threes. So check this out. Let's make these 16th notes. One right here and another right there. Now, of course, the simpler the pattern, okay, the lower the resolution. Boom. So now these three notes work well for this whole verse right here, or not verse, but bar. All right. So that's how you create either the Roadrunner or the tap dancer. And basically all you're doing with the tap dancer is you're just putting little breaks in between the tap dance. Just like how a tap dancer does, they have different breaks. It's like tick, 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 tick. You see what I'm saying? So let me show you. Okay. Now this is the basics. This is the basics of the Roadrunner and the tap dancer. The next lecture, we're going to take it up a notch.